All right, so just breathing. Any sitting position you want. So knees bent, legs crossed, sitting on a box, sitting on a chair. And then just breathe. Relax everything. Find that breath through the ribs and the torso. Breathe out, whole pelvic floor up. And then gently start hugging the ribs. Breathing in. So try at least activating the pelvic floor on the breath out. So today we're gonna work on the mat flow. Yeah, just kind of moving around since I think everybody's pretty experienced. We're able to just move a little bit more than usual. Good. So as you pull the pelvic floor, start really sinking and lifting those abdominals and then hugging hip bones, shortening the waist and the lower ribs. So use the breath in to lengthen the spine. Breath out, pull that pelvic floor up, sink the abdominals, lift and hug the torso in like that corset. And then when you're comfortable with this breath, I'm just gonna go ahead and move you to the floor already. All right, so however you wanna roll down or roll to the side and lay down, if you need something to support your head, you can. Bend the knees in front of you, hands behind the thigh, scoop and roll, or roll to your side and lay down. Yeah. So come down to your back, support the head if needed, toes facing forward and aligned with your sit bones, arms next to you. Reach the scapulas and the shoulders down and your hands down to your toes. Lengthen the back of the neck. And then just get another set of just regular breaths to relax the body into the mat. So try to breathe to the whole torso. Try to breathe starting to the ribs, yeah? The back of the ribs, pressing down towards the mat. Out to the side and then up. And then breathe out, activate the pelvic floor, sink those lower abdominals for now. If you're ready to do the full breath, you can activate pelvic floor, sink, lift abdominals, hug, waist, ribs. And make sure that your chest is not popping up as you breathe. So if it is, just prop something under your head to make sure the chest and the ribs are a little more relaxed. And keep breathing. Activate, gentle pelvic floor, gentle sinking of the abdominals, lifting and closing out. Hip bones, waist and ribs. Keep the rib cage and the hips connected, yeah? Ribs pressing down and connecting down to pelvis. If you're hollowing versus tightening, bring your fingertips inside the hip bones and make sure you're really sinking the abdominals in. Very gentle pressure on the fingertips. Finish one or two more. And then we're gonna add the pelvic tilt. So remember when we go into the imprint or bringing pubic bone and hip bones up to connect to the ribs so the low back comes to the mat, it's your deep abdominal muscles doing that, not your butt squeezing. And then lengthen the waist, lengthen the sit bones, lengthen the tailbone, keeping the ribs still, arch the back forward. Breathe out hollow. Tilt the pelvis, pubic bone closer to belly button, hips closer to ribs, low back fully on mat. Breathe in. First lengthen the waist, then the sit bones, then the tailbone. Keep the rib cage still. Arch the back using the low back muscles and tip. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep moving. If you feel cracking happening, just let it keep doing whatever it needs to do and see if it improves as you move or if it makes it worse. We don't want it worse, so maybe your movements have to be much less. Or maybe whatever's causing any pain, you don't do that one, okay? So how is that on the SM joint? Is it cracking or not? Because this usually sets it back in. Okay, so keep that imprint to arch. And then give me one or two more. And we're going to go into your neutral or your imprint for today. So find the back position that you need and hold it there. When you're done with about three of these, okay? Keeping the leg still in alignment. Imprint if you feel like you still need to stabilize that back. And we're going to start with the right leg floating up. So stabilize, we're going to march. Right leg floats, left leg stays stable. Breathe out, hollow. Lift the right abdominals, keep the ribs down, and very slowly release the leg back down. Okay, so alternating, left, right side anchors, left side floats, scoop, hollow, lift and down. So with control, without now arching or over imprinting, keeping the pelvis completely still, continue our marches. Good. Good. So keeping the back, relax the hips, relax the legs, and don't move that pelvis anymore. So I don't want to see this happening as the legs move. You're completely stable, and hip flexors loose to move the legs up and down. So float it up, float it back, and then down using that core to stabilize. All right, so let's not shrug those shoulders. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. When you finish with your 10, just rest the feet down. We're going to go into our crunches to mobilize the upper back now. Yeah. So arm positions can be next to hips, to the ceiling, or supporting your neck. All right, so find your neutral. You know I love you to crunch in neutral, so if you can maintain that tailbone heavy, do. And then since we're all ladies here, let's find the back of your bra line. And before you even crunch, dig the back of the bra line into the mat. It's around that esophagus area. Breathe in, lengthen the back of the neck through the base of the skull. And let's activate pelvic floor, sink abdominals, roll the head, dig the back of the ribs or bra line to roll shoulders, bring the hands down. If you're using hands, nice wide shoulders. Whatever you do, don't pull the neck with the hands, don't reach the neck to lift you. And then coming down, imprint, one bone at a time. Remember, it's like our bridging. And then the arms go wherever you're doing, whatever you're doing. So breathe in, lengthen the base of the skull. You're trying to look over the knees. Breathe out, hollow abdominals, push the back of the ribs, roll up. Don't shift the head forward, keep the chin back. Use just the ribs to get you to crunch. Roll down one bone at a time. And arms go. If you want to, you could reach the arms a little further back. You're all a bit more experienced without the ribs popping. So we get that shoulder warmed up for our roll-ups, yeah? So keep going. Pelvic floor first. Scoop abdominals. And slow down, Rania. I want more movement control from the ribs to lift you, hold, and then roll down one rib at a time on the way down. So really use that rib cage and the muscles to bring you up and down. Legs at the back of the neck. Hollow the abdominals. And roll heads, roll shoulders, arms come down. Pull the belly in, not up to the ceiling. And then add the marches as you move, okay? So let's do about 6 more with the marches that we did on the way in. Nice. Keep the ribs connected, don't let the ribs fall. If your arms are gonna go back, your chest cannot lift like that. So keep it. Good. Hollow pelvic floor. Belly in, belly in, belly in, not up, belly in, belly in, belly in. Yes. Bring the arms all the way down. Open up the collarbones. Yes, that looks good. And watch out, the other hip has to be very stable, right? So we're not rocking and rolling that pelvis. So 6 to 8, and then let's rest it down. Nice, Daniel. That's nice control there. Good. good. Okay, so the upper back should be a little bit more released. Love. When you're ready, when you're done, actually bring your feet down, bring your hands down to the mat, so I know you guys are done. We're gonna march both legs up to 90 degrees. If that is a problem to anybody, continue marching. Otherwise, we're gonna do single leg toe taps, okay? So you're gonna breathe out, imprint, march right leg up, keep the imprint to march the other leg up. So no movement on the back. The legs are hip width apart and they're bent to 90 degrees. You're gonna breathe out, hollow, lift the right abdominal and left, right more, and relax the right leg forward. Don't bend the knee, the leg keeps its shape. Yeah, so we're not bending to come down, we're moving the knee away. And it's the same thing on the other side. Remember, I don't care if the leg goes really low. I'm looking at your lower, at your back. Okay, everybody stop. So watch my pace. Breathe out, imprint, and there goes the leg. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Now 4 counts to come up on the breath in. 2, 3, 4. So I don't want your hip flexor and your glutes to be working. The leg is relaxed. You're controlling the core so the leg can just be relaxed, moving up and down. Don't yank it, don't push it. Okay? And again, it only goes as far down as you keep the connection between the hips and the ribs. All right? So try to give you about 8 to 10. Focus on that. The abdominals doing the work. So pull the pelvic floor, scoop, imprint. Keep the hip bone going up and connecting to the rib. Don't arch and then come back up. Okay? And then do the other side. Belly in, imprint. The lower the leg goes, you can alternate, yeah. The lower the leg goes, the more I need you to roll that pelvis up. Push that low back into the mat. Breathe down. Yeah, that's it. If you feel it, just like that's it. So the leg is not going to move very far. Relax hip flexors, please. When you're done with your 8 to 10, just hug the knees. Slow down, Anya. You're still using hip, glutes and hip flexors. I don't want that. Still going too low, you're arching your back. No, don't worry about the leg moving so far. Just worry about the low back staying on the mat. Arching, arching. You're arching your back. Be careful. It's very hard. So if it feels hard, you're doing it right. Barely move that leg down. Imprint more. Imprint. I need your low back on the mat. Low back on the mat. Low back on the mat. More, 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 more. And it needs to stay like that when the leg relaxes. Yeah? That's enough. And bring it back up. Bring it back up. So put this one in your low back. Push it. Excellent, everyone. Beautiful. All right, so guess what we're gonna do with that? The 100. So legs go back up, inner thighs together, heels together if that's better for you, with the knees more relaxed if you need that. Yeah, so if we don't need the knees, the inner thighs compresses your low back, just keep the heels together and open up the legs. All right, so we're gonna straighten both legs, but I want you to keep the legs here for now, and we're gonna do a couple of crunches. Arms, ceiling, hips, or head. And tuck the chin, breathe out. Keep the legs where they are, crunch. And roll back down, controlling everything. Maybe arm goes back, I don't care, it's up for your challenge. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out. Squeeze your heels, pull the pelvic floor. Sink the abdominals, crunch, watch those shoulders, don't roll it forward. Good? Last one. Now on your next crunch, let's try extending the legs. You don't have to, you can just keep crunching. Otherwise, crunch, reach legs only as low as your back stays connected. Come back down, just regular crunches, extending legs, okay? So give me about 2 more. And back in. Again, either inner thigh or heels or both stay together. I don't mind a little bit of rotation on the thigh, but not much. Yes. and relax. I'm gonna give you a small break because we're gonna do 100. So head down, legs bent, you know your variations. Pick what's appropriate for you. Feel free to keep your feet on the ground as well, okay? So we're gonna come up, I'm gonna do the whole thing. We're gonna pose, strong arms. If your legs wanna be to the ceiling, they can. If you want an angle, they can. Pick what's right for your back, okay? So let's go, arms to ceiling. Keep your head down, or you may support the head and just go through the breath. We're gonna breathe out to crunch up. So tuck the chin, breathe out, scoop the abdominals, crunch. Feel free to start with the knees bend, let's go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, out, 3, out, come on, crunch higher. 4, straighten the legs if you're ready for that. Breathe out. You can't crunch fast. 5, 6, 7, breathe in to the ribs, breathe out, crunch higher, 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 yes, 8, it's probably like 200 by now. Crunch higher on the breath out, 9, stronger arms, come on, big strong arms, last 10. Beautiful, nice work. And then hug your knees or just relax down. Very nice. I like it. Everybody pick their own options. Okay, we're gonna roll up. So we're gonna march the legs down, keep them there, okay? We haven't really done much rolling with the spine. So before we even go to the roll up, we're gonna bridge because I'm gonna be nice and helpful. Arms on the mat. Knees bent, heels on the floor, and the legs are sit bones width. If you need it a little wider, that's fine. Dig the heels into the mat, squeeze the butt. So now we're using butt. Breathe out, scoop, imprint. Keep digging the heels until you squeeze the butt maximum. Roll the pelvis off the mat, just to rib cage. Okay, so just the waist. Breathe out, use the abdominals, roll down and lengthen. So we're just doing a pelvic lift with the low back reaching. Breathe in, lengthen the sit bones and the tailbone. Breathe out, scoop, imprint, dig the heels, squeeze the butt, roll the pelvis up, keep the ribs pressing down. Breathe in, lengthen tailbone and thighs. Breathe out, use the abdominals to roll one bone at a time down. Give me 2 more. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. Dig the heels. Squeeze the butt. Roll the tailbone to the ceiling. Pelvis lifts. Ribs stay down. And then roll back down. Pelvis comes back down. Last one. So you have to do the force of a crunch through the ribs, but the pelvis is going to lift. Butt is lifting pelvis. And roll back down. So let's go a little bit higher each time. So think of lifting an extra rib or 2 off the ground as you bridge. Rania, watch that your pillow is a bit too high. If you need to keep it, just don't go as high. Otherwise, it's better if you remove it. There you go. Okay, so if you have something under the head, you can do a half bridge, but better to get it out of the head. Yeah, so you can remove your pillow. Okay, so rolling now a little higher. Keep digging the heels on the mat, squeezing the butt, reach that tailbone to the ceiling and roll one bone at a time. Big breath in at the top, breathe out. Use your abdominals to roll back down. Okay, of course, go as high as it's comfortable for you, but we're aiming at that pelvis coming all the way up in line with shoulders. Keep the chest and the ribs pressing down. Keep the arms pressing down so we're not lifting through the rib cage or lifting through the butt. Come on, give me 2 more at least. Roll, roll, roll. Make sure you're tucking the belly in and reaching for your bone to ceiling and lift the pelvis. Keep rolling the pelvis up. Can you go higher? And then roll down the abdomen. Nice stability of upper body and ribs, moving just through the butt. Come on, ladies. It's almost summertime. Work that butt. Nice, Dina, that looks great. Okay. Nice job, that's nice. So we mobilize that lower back a little bit to move that, to get that roll up happening. So roll all the way down and we're gonna straighten the legs. So you guys all know the roll ups. If you need to keep the legs bent, you can. If you can roll up, great. If you can't, we're gonna start through the roll down. So legs together if you have that flexibility on the back. Legs hip width if that's better for you. Arms are gonna reach up and over. We're gonna breathe in, lift the head and arms, scoop the abdominals, press the legs into the ground. Scoop, scoop, find the sit bone. Roll that rib cage up and over the pelvis and come forward. If you can just do the roll down, you start up here, keep going if you know what to do. And you can roll down, either supporting yourself, legs straight, or keeping the hands here to help you. And if that's all we're gonna do today is roll down, you roll back to the side, push yourself up, and then start from the top again. Feet flex, ladies, flex your feet. I need the action of the heel and the legs pressing, so no loose feet. Press the legs down. So if it's just a roll down, you start up, you can even do the roll down with the legs straight. Okay, nice, Brenda. So whatever you need, watch the legs, they need to stay on the ground. And lift, lift, lift that spine. Keep the sit bones anchored. You're pulling the ribs off the pelvis. Huge beach ball, don't touch it. Go up and over, drop the head between the arms. Slide the scapulas forward and reach the arm. Then if you want a challenge for those of you more advanced, remember your arms stay up when you roll down. I need that leg to stay down, move from the pelvis. Roll the pelvis, just like we were bridging. Roll it. Reach the arm only as far as the ribs don't pop. Breathe in, come up, breathe out. Scoop the belly, round the pelvis. Lift the rib cage off the pelvis. Reach the arms and the heels forward. That's it. And then rolling down, round the pelvis, round the pelvis. Start pulling the shoulders down and away from your ears as you go. Pelvis takes you down. You can keep your arms forward if you want. Keep pressing the legs down. Keep pressing the legs. Watch your shoulders. Pull it down. As you go down, you keep adjusting the scapula. It's looking good. Let's do one more. Now the back is releasing, right? Woo! Bend your knees. That's not good. So go back down and let me show you what you need to do. That's gonna hurt your back. Bend your knees. Good. Bring your hands to your thighs. Yeah, and use your hands to pull you up. So lift your head up, crunch. Now use your hand. No, that's gonna hurt your back. So look, you're here, come up, grab your thighs, control. Just use it as much as you need. Then you can let go and continue. If you yank your body that way, you're gonna hurt your back. Flex your feet. Flex the feet. Yes. So work your way down. The way down we can do. Nice, ladies. That looks really down. Bend your knees. Good. Crunch up, grab your thighs and help yourself up as much as you need. That's better. Now straighten the legs and continue forward. There you go. All right, let's go down. We're gonna do single leg circles and I'm gonna do a twist first to flow. So we're here. We're gonna pull the right leg in. Remember the left leg can bend as well. Hands behind the thigh and we're gonna straighten leg, bottom foot, flex and anchored if that's what we're gonna do. Flex the foot if you want more of a stretch, bend everything in, right? So bend, bend, go as far as you can, that's all good. Now we're all at a different flexibility point. So we're doing 4 of those. Stretch, flex the foot if you need to, then release. If you need something under the head, go ahead and put it back, yeah? If you need that help with the pillow, please put it back. We're gonna keep the leg up there when you're ready. So remember all our choices. Of course, both legs straight is great. Top leg pointed, bottom leg flexed and pushing. You can bend the top knee as far as you're not misaligning pelvis. We're gonna draw the circles with knees. Feel free to bend the bottom knee as well. So let's start the circle going across the body. Hands on mat and drop the leg across the body without lifting the pelvis. Breathe out, draw a small circle in the ceiling with your knee, out to the side, stabilizing the opposite side, back to center. So let's aim for about 5. Breathe in to go in and down, breathe out, stabilize that left side as you go out and back in. So make your circles bigger, the more stable you get on that left side. And let your legs stay loose in the joints. You're gonna do 5, and then you're gonna reverse it. Relax the leg, relax the leg, relax the leg. And then when it goes out, the left side is working really hard. Are we all in different legs? Okay. All right, I think we all have to be the same leg. I'm sorry. Everybody has to be right leg because I'm gonna change the movement and you all have to follow it. So everybody right leg, please. Good, so right leg, everybody. And then reverse it when you're ready. So it goes out. So if your knees bend, it goes out, stabilize that side. Go down across the body and back in. Please relax the leg, otherwise you won't be able to stabilize. Okay, if you want the circle to go bigger, you can. Breathe out to go out and down, breathe in to pull it back in. So keep moving, we're gonna move from here. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Your last one, as you come across the body, you're gonna roll to the side with it. And you're gonna end up, guess what? In our side hip position. Okay, so you're gonna circle down and around. As you go across, bring the top hip with you and go ahead and lay on your side position here. Good. So if you need to turn around to see me, you can. If you want to face the mirror, you can. You guys can change your positions. Good. Relax the hand down under the head and put your ear to arm. And then the bottom leg, remember, you guys can bend it to give you more stability. Let's check alignment. Head, shoulder, hip. Shoulders stacked on top of each other. Hips stacked on top of each other. And we have the right leg up. However your body is. Legs are slightly in front of the body to give you more stability. Flex both feet. Okay, top leg in line with hip bone. Now, let's reach top heel, top waist, until that bottom waist comes off the mat. Okay, so the top leg should be further out than the bottom one. The top waist should be as far away as the top rib, and the bottom waist is off the ground. Now, everybody, lift abdominal, tuck the tailbone under, and the glutes should be active. And let's lift 1 without dropping the waist, and down. 2, and down. 3, and down. Keep your hand on the waist if you need to. 4, and down. 5, 6, 7, and down. 8, 9, 10, stay there, yes, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, reach, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, exactly. Relax down. Woo. So, point the toe. It comes back up, whatever you guys chose. Point the top toe and reach. Again, look, you guys all know this. Rip, pull, tuck that tailbone like we're bridging, and let's go up. 1, keep reaching through the toe. 2, 3, don't move that waist. 4, we're in parallel, don't rotate the leg out. 5, good, touch the mirror, go, go, go. 6, you guys should be dragging your toes on the mirror. 7, everybody hold it up. Good, down and up. 8, hold it on the up. 9, 10, hold it up there, come on. Reach the leg 1, reach the leg 2, reach the leg 3, reach the leg 4, 5, it's not working, 6, 7, 8, good, abs, 9, 10, and relax down. So bring the legs forward so you're not arching. Okay? Nice. Are we in pain?
Yeah.
Excellent. So roll to your back, cross the leg and stretch. So roll back to the side, cross leg, stretch. Push the knee away, pull the legs to you. And then a quick stretch on the other leg as well, because it was working stability and pull. All right, both legs on the ground. And let's do the leg circles on the left leg. So whatever you need to do, you can straighten, pull the left knee to you, or keep everything bent, right? Hand behind the thigh. And let's stretch up, flex the foot if you want, release it down. Okay, we did about 6. Reach, stretch, and down. So on the leg circles, you can support your head with that pillow or block under it. Keep pressing the bottom leg down if you have it straight. Good. And then when we're done with about 6, that other leg, this one that we're stretching left, is going to stay. So lengthen the waist, press the leg, find that nice neutral, yeah? Don't hike the hip. So keep bending the knee until your hip bones are aligned. Let's do the circles across the body. Hands on ground and breathe in to bring it across the body. Small circle, breathe out to circle down and around, back in. Keep that hip joint nice and relaxed and keep pressing the right side and right leg on the mat. You're doing about 5 to 6. We said 5 the other side. And then you're reversing the circles. Take your time. Breathe in to go across the body and down. Breathe out to open a little bit more. That right hip is coming up. So keep the right side as stable as possible. Relax the left leg. Good. So as the leg opens out to the left, the right hip is opening out to the right to give you more stability. Reverse the movement when you're ready. So now we're going to open out to the side first. So we're going to go out on a breath, out and down, in to come across the body. Of course, the more you're able to bring the leg across the body, the more inner thigh. The lower or out you can go, more outer thigh. But I'm really paying attention to your right hip so it doesn't go side to side. That's the bottom foot. And keep that leg pressing down. If you need to bend the knee, go ahead. Watch the rotation of pelvis, please. Bend the knee a little bit more. Yeah, bend the knee if you feel like the opposite side is not stable. When you're done with the last one, guess what? When you bring it across on number 5, push that left hip with you, rotate to left side or right side, right? And the left leg is now on top. So if anybody needs to adjust, you can. Bottom knee can be bent for support, but both legs slightly in front of the body. Scoop the belly, lengthen and tuck the tailbone. Lift the top leg to hip height and let's push, heel, waist until bottom waist is off the mat. Now tuck that pelvis a little bit. So engage the lower abdominals and let's go up and down. 1 and down. Keep your hands on the waist if you need to. 2 and down. Hand in front of you if your core is not working too well. 3, lift and down. 4, up and hold, everyone. Hold and down. 5, can everybody rotate your toes down to the floor and heel to the ceiling? 5. I see too much external rotation. That's it. From the thigh, point it down. 6. I'm seeing a lot of this. I don't want. 7. So lead with the heel up. Keep the thigh rotated down. 7. Can everybody activate the core? 8. Activate, lift, hold. Down. Push the heel away. 9. 10. Stay up. Push and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep reaching the leg away from the body. 6, 7, abs tight. 8, 9, 10. Bring the leg down, rest. Okay, we're gonna do pointed. So there is work on flexion and point. Yeah, it is work in different muscles, but if it bothers you, just lengthen and then just reach. All right, so we're gonna go into pointed. Point that toe and find everything again. Hip height, reach with the pointed toe. The bottom foot is still flexed for support. Tuck that pelvis. So pull the abdominals, lengthen tailbone, bottom waist off the mat and go 1. You're reaching more. 2, 3, core, lengthen and lift. 5, we're not in a hurry. 6, nice, Steve, that looks good. 7, Nadia, keep it up 1 second. Hold, bring it down. 8, abs, lengthen, reach, lift. 9, 10, we stay up there, and let's just reach for 3 counts. Reach, 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 and pulse. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep reaching. 8, 9, 10, relax it down, rolling to your back, cross the left leg, over the right, and get that stretch again. 5 long breaths. Lengthen the waist, push the knee, breathe. Nice. Keep stretching, push. And then switch legs again. We switch the other, stretch the other leg, pull and push. Good. And then both knees are going to stay up here, and we're going to do single. So we're going to do a series of abdominals. We're going to do single leg stretch first. All the abdominals we do, you can keep the head down, remember, and just work the arms and the legs. But if your head is down, don't lower the legs if you cannot stabilize the back. Usually the leg is higher. You can support the head and do the leg work with the crunch with the head supported, or you can do arms and legs like we're going to do here. Okay? So hands are going to start on the outside of your right knee. Let's bring one hand outside and the other on top of the knee. I prefer inside the knee. If you don't know what's happening with the switch or it's too much, just both hands on top of the knee. Okay, so one hand to the outside, the other hand to the inside of the knee. Crunch up. Straighten the leg that doesn't have your hands. Again, if you're supported, just do the leg parts. Good. Breathe out, switch the hands, switch the legs. Push the knee out, press the knee in with the outside hand. 2, push the knee out, press with the other hand. 3, crunch higher. Look between the thighs. 4, follow the belly. 5, 6, don't stress. 7, 8, 9, keep that back stable. 10, hug both knees, roll down. Series of 5? Yes, series of 5. We'll probably do 3 and then we'll do 2 later. Okay, so next we're gonna do the double leg stretch. So both arms outside the leg. I'm going to give you the hand behind the head, very good stretch. You're gonna crunch up. We're gonna start reaching the arms and the legs to the ceiling. You're gonna circle the legs around and just bend the legs back in. So breathe out. Okay, breathe in. If your hands are behind your head, you're gonna pull the elbows in. When you straighten the arm, open the elbows. When you close, just close the elbow, okay? So open, close. All right, so crunch up and on the breath out, reach the arms and the legs to the ceiling or open your elbows. Circle the arm around, pull the leg in, crunch higher. Breathe out. If you want to challenge the arms and the legs, keep moving away from the center of the body. 2, 3.
Don't let the shoulders drop when the arms go up. 4, crunch higher, Fatma. So when the arm goes up, you don't drop the head and shoulders. You crunch higher, and the challenge is for the head and the shoulders not to move. Last one. Circle and roll down and rest.
Okay, both legs should be sitting. We're gonna do single straight leg stretch. This is a nice stretch.
So you're gonna crunch up. You're gonna hold behind the thigh of one leg or as high as you can reach. Remember, the legs can be bent here as well. And we're gonna pulse the leg twice. Switch. Switch, okay? Depending on the flexibility, don't drop this leg. It's reaching away. So let's crunch up. Whatever leg position you want, support the neck if you need to, and just work the legs. Hold where you can, and let's go. Pull, pull, switch. 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 Belly in. Switch. 7. No idea. 8. Crunch higher. 9. It's the leg pulsing, not the upper body. 10. Okay, don't pulse the upper body, you're pulsing the leg. Hug the knees and rest. Rock side to side. Ooh la la. We're gonna go belly down to do our back extensions. We're gonna do swimming and prone arm reaches. So you can straighten the leg out, roll, and put your body wherever your back was so it's nice and warm. Okay, so legs are hip width apart. Okay. Legs are hip width. Together if you feel okay on your back. Otherwise, hip width is fine. And if you're cramping, just roll the toes in or relax the legs a bit. Okay, let's start with the opposite arm and leg reach this way. So we're doing opposite of what we're doing on our back. Arms, shoulder width, legs, hip width. Tuck your chin. If you need to support your head, put something under the forehead. Otherwise, the neck muscles are floating it up. Reach the right arm and the left leg. Abs lift off the mat. Tuck your tailbone, push the pubic bone on the mat, and then the bottom ribs on the mat. Right leg, left leg are going to reach and then lift a little bit. The opposite limbs press down and relax it back down. Reach left arm, right leg, or opposite arm and leg. Scoop the belly, lengthen the tailbone, tuck the pubic bone, and lift. The limbs that stay on the ground, keep pushing into the ground. And go. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out, abs lift, and you reach. Please keep reaching the body. Don't bend the knee to come up. And alternate. Go. 4. Lengthen the leg like you want to touch the wall behind you, and then it lifts from the bottom of the glutes. 5. 6. Don't rotate the pelvis. Don't lift the hip bone. 7. Reach, and then it floats. Yes, that's much better. 8. Watch your shoulder. 9, shoulders wide, baby, shoulders wide. Lift from your outer arm, not from the upper shoulder. Yeah, that's better. Okay, finish it off with the left arm and right leg. And then make a pillow with your hand and breathe. Catch your breath there. Nice. We're gonna swim. So you may stay with this. Okay, the whole idea is nothing to move, just the arms and the legs. Or we're gonna come up and we're gonna switch, and you may use the ground and eventually you can go off the ground. Okay, palms facing down. Same stability works. So if you're stable and your core can stabilize you, excellent, keep what's appropriate. So let's actually keep the palms down if we can. Reach everything, lift the belly. Lengthen tailbone, tuck tailbone. Keep the belly floating off the mat, ribs down, and let's reach. Right arm, left leg up. Now you're gonna switch right away, switch. Don't move pelvis and back, switch. Stay up, stay up. Stay up, please, stay up. Now switch right away, switch. Switch. Okay, now if you're okay with this, don't touch the floor on the next switch. Switch, switch, and if you're ready to swim, you can go faster. If not, keep switching, go. Go, 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 go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, don't stop, don't stop. Don't move anything, abs tight. Danya, you're moving the pelvis too much. I need more abs, more tucking of the pelvis. Pubic bone on the mat. Good, move slow, move fast. You challenge your core. And relax down. Make a pillow with your hand and catch your breath. Nice job, ladies, that was really good. Good, breathe to the belly now. Now you breathe to the belly to release the low back. Okay, so just to give the arms a break, we're gonna do our, actually, let's go through the swans. So just pull the hands to shoulder or to head. So around the head height, your forearms are down and you don't have to lift as high. If you wanna start going a little higher, you can keep your hands next to the shoulders, but you're really not gonna move the elbows too much, okay? You decide. Legs hip width or together, again, same things. Pull the belly in. Most important, we want to lift the abdominals and we want to lengthen the tailbone. So I need your core super active to protect the back. Tuck your chin, lengthen ponytail and back of head. Now, gently pressing into the mat, lift the abdominals and lift your chest. Shifting the chest forward. Good. If you want to make sure that you're using your upper back and your abs are tight, you can float the legs, the arms up. Sorry, without dropping the low back. Then you come back down, hands go down. Breathe in, lengthen tailbone, lengthen crown of the head. Breathe out, pull the abdominals in. Shift the chest forward and up, peeling it off the ground. Hands are barely working. Lift the arms, make sure the back is working and the abs are 200% active, come down. So nobody should be lifting beyond the bottom ribs. The bottom ribs are on the ground and just that upper back lift. If you're comfortable and your low back is not being used to lift you, you can start coming up higher. Okay, so we pull the shoulders and scapulas down, lengthen the neck. Lift the abdominals and float the chest. Now, if you want to go higher, the hands have to work, but you must lift the abdominals and come up in a long line, pulling the shoulders down. Keep the abdominals lifted, lengthen back down. If anyone is feeling anything on the low back, you're doing it wrong. You're either not working the abdominals enough and you're lifting just from that low back. Stay small and remember to shift chest forward, scapulas down, and you're gonna lift through that upper back only. And you can keep your curls, your toes curled if you crack it, it's okay. The upper back, top. More, pull the scapulas down, shift your chest forward, shift that chest forward and up. Good, you want the movement to come from that upper back, upper back, upper back. Pull scapulas. This is where the work is. Abs are tight, don't come up with it. Upper back, upper back. Yeah, more than the lower back. And you lift your arms. Yes, there. Now, press this down, just the chest. Shift it forward, float it. Scapulas down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Yes, yes, that's it. Now, lift your hands off. See, you felt this work? That's what we want. Good, stretch back, child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, push. Get that sit bone by the heel and stretch. Feel free to stay on your belly here and breathe to the belly. Good. So if you're in child's pose, roll yourself up. We're gonna straighten the legs in front of us. So sit to the side and swing the legs forward. We're gonna do spine stretch forward and side. So if this is uncomfortable, bend knees or sit on something high, yeah? Rolled up mat, 2 blocks, they're solid. Pick what's appropriate for your back to be straight. Arms are gonna be in front of you. And I'm just gonna mobilize your spine a little bit here. Breathe in, lengthen spine, breathe out. Don't move the position of the pelvis. Lift the rib cage, just like the roll up we did. Hollow and lift abdominals and stretch. Drop the head. Keep reaching the arms forward from the outer armpits and pushing your rib cage back and up. And then stack the spine again. So this should be a nice stretch for your back, right? Breathe in, lift. Feel free to keep your knees bent. Breathe out. Lift the rib cage. Hollow, lift, shift. Arms, scapulas, head drops between the arms. Breathe into the back of the rib cage and open it up. Breathe out if you want. Stack again. Good. And pull the shoulders down. Let's do one more. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, hollow, lift. Breathe in, hold and open the back. Breathe out, let's go forward more. Push the abdominals back and the arms forward. Breathe in, stack. Roll the shoulders, bring the arms down. Good. And we're gonna lift one arm to the ceiling. So we're gonna bring right arm up, reach, shift the rib and stretch. Breathe in, come back up. Bring this arm down and other arm up. Decompress the spine. Go, grab, grab. Shift the rib cage so your pelvis stays completely still and move. So if your butt comes up, you have gone too far. It's about reaching, yeah? Bring it down. Now, both arms go up. Look, feet flexed, legs active, or here. Arms to side. Good. Right arm again. Reach. Reach as you drop the left. Keep anchoring the right sit bone and reach the arm away. Open up, hold. Don't use your arms, use your core. Very light arms, yes. Now breathe into the rib cage. Breathe out, go a little bit more. Anchor right pelvis, very relaxed left arm. One more. Reach, grab the ceiling. Breathe out, go maximum. Woo. Breathe in, come back, okay? Other side. So bring the arms out to the side. Strong legs. Left arm goes up, right hand goes down. Anchor left pelvis. And breathe into the ribs. Reach. Breathe out. Shift the rib across. Come down, reaching more. It's a long spine. Straight arms. Breathe into the rib. Reach. Breathe out. Go maximum. Keep anchoring the left pelvis. You don't have to go as far as you can. And come back up. And relax the shoulders, shake the legs. You need to lean back. And we'll end with some rotation, okay? So we're gonna do saw. We're gonna open out the arms to the side. You're gonna rotate, so I'm rotating to my left leg. Feet flexed, bend. I want active legs, yeah, but not just here. Lift the spine, rotate. So pinky to pinky, back hand rotates towards the ceiling, scoop the belly, reach. Somebody's pulling my arm back here, and I'm trying to reach this arm forward. That's how we get that nice stretch, okay? So let's try it to the same side. Bend the knees if you want. Breathe in, lengthen spine. Breathe out, rotate. Hold it. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out, push the ribs back. Reach your pinky hand to pinky foot, and reach the back hand back. Rotate it up to ceiling if you want. Come back to center. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, roll the spine back. Reach the arm forward. Anchor the left sit bone down. Somebody's pulling your arm in the back and you're reaching the front arm forward. Stack it back up. Okay, less breaths. Ready? We're gonna breathe in to rotate, breathe out to reach. And go, breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, scoop the belly, reach, rotate the hands, push your ribs back and reach your arm forward. Breathe in, come back, and go. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, round, reach the arm forward, reach the arm back, drop your head, look at the floor, hold it, Breathe in, reach the arms opposite each other with the ribs going back. Breathe in, come up. Last one, and go. Breathe in, rotate, breathe out, scoop and reach. Breathe in, come back to center. Good, and go. Breathe in, rotate to the other side, breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come back, and release the arm. Nice job, shake your legs. That was a stretch in case you guys were wondering what that was. So if you want, bend front leg, we can go pigeon stretch, or you can lay back on your ground on the back and stretch. So here, bend the knee, foot flex if you want. We're going to, so Sarah, figure out if there's something going on with the stretch. So pelvis is square. If this is too much for you, you don't have to do it. So lay on your back, cross the leg and stretch, or from a sitting position, cross one leg over the other, bend the knee in with your hands behind you supporting it, okay? All these are options, so it's not so stressful. Yes, but you have to push, rotate the pelvis. Yes, there you go. And the bottom knee can be as bent as you need to. Yeah, support your hand. So here, there's going to be more arm work for you because you're tight. So bring this leg in. Here. Switch. So adapt to whatever is okay for you, but don't stress the joints too much. There you go. Okay, back leg is reaching back, and then as you breathe out, you want to, of course, try to come down. That's going to be more glutes. The higher you are, it's going to be more hip flexor on the back leg. And flies when you're having fun. And so much planned. So you gotta cross this. Yeah. So when you're done, if you need to stretch anything else, we didn't do any upper body, but that's okay. We'll keep that for next class. I'm just gonna stop the recording there, so it's not too long.